ladies, what when y'all think about getting married, if you want to get married or not, is the price point a part of that idea or vision? Like whether it's the ring, the wedding, the honeymoon, does money come into, or the more so no, like I just care about us being on the same page, and that's it. It can be open ended after from that point on.
So money definitely comes into play, but not as far as price point with like wedding, honeymoon, ring. Okay. Money as far as security and stability.
So what's that number?
Of like your overhead, or
you asking like for a specific number?
No, I was. Or was you?
No, go for it.
Oh, I was.
Like, is there a certain number that's too low?
Like you gotta have
a.
When you ask for a specific number, are you saying like this? How much you gotta pay me, or like what you mean?
No, that's crazy.
What do you mean? Like this how much you got having your account?
It's not. So when you say security, I'm like, well, what makes you feel secure? What's that amount? If it is one, or what's that? What's that?
I didn't say it's a certain number amount.
Okay,
like y'all like overhead and lifestyle,
just being able to sustain,
and I guess trajectory of it.
I just like that for context.
Being able to sustain our lifestyle though, not like.
But all right. So is it the lifestyle you live now, or is it like?
It would definitely have to be the lifestyle I live now or beyond.
All right, yeah, I understand. I just want
to minimum of what I live now. Actually, what I live now is not enough.
Now she talking. Now she locked in.
She be on it. She don't say they gonna be her ass and she don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she sat in. No, actually I think I'm.
Definitely do be on her ass every time.
Even when it's just y'all shit though, I'm like, yo, what's all?
And it just be me.
But it's just, they be on her ass. She said, when I sit back and think about it, I can't think of nothing. I said,
yeah, that was
but I be being honest. Like,
I respect it.
They want me to get on her.
Think about it. I was like, I was even trying to save face. I'm like, you like.
I still can't think about it.
He said, I'm going to give you a
I've been thinking about it for months. I still can't believe on it. Like,
down. I still can't think about it.
I respect it.
Wow. But no, what's your thoughts?
I think that my response goes hand in hand with Destiny said, but also like when I envision my future self, I think because I don't come from a huge family, I want a lot of kids. So I have 4 god kids, and if I could have like another 3-4 kids or more, if I could financially afford them, I do want I want a whole team. But honestly,
Jackson 5,
seriously,
Jackson 9.
But when I think about when I think about it, I think as a woman, our natural response is financial security, like a form of security. And I think that the media just has a way of distorting that by like the city girls and the whole agendas and all that other stuff, because money is important, right? We do need that to feel secure. But as far as a price point, to answer your question, I don't think I have a price point. But when you talk about the wedding and stuff like that, I think I just recently came to the state of mind where it's like, it depends on where we're at when we come together as a union, because I'm real big on like our debt need to be like vanished. No, like we can't be taking out loans we can't be taking out loans to get married.
You married debt.
That's what's talking about even like the whole wedding thing with celebrating.
What are you celebrating?
Because
you come home from the honeymoon and then reality kick in, you start getting bills in the mail, and it's like, whoa. So if honestly, it just depends on like where we're both at the time of us becoming a union, but then also like if we got it, like let's walk. Because I do want a nice wedding, but I'm on the type time where I'll get married and then have like an anniversary wedding.
Yeah,
like if we locked in for 5 years or whatever the case may be, whatever milestone we want to celebrate, then let's ball.
That's what I'm doing. All right, so the wedding's kind of like in the air. The ring. So I was talking to a girl recently. She was saying like, yeah, like I think that's a myth that men just try to put on women, that women just care about the money. I'm like, well, it may be a gas narrative, but it's definitely women that think, oh, the ring, oh, that's probably this type of care, this type of cut, whatever. A man don't give a fuck about another man's wedding band or even another woman. He's not gonna look at a woman's ring. That's like our brain isn't going straight to money, but women will be like, it gotta cost this amount of money for the ring.
I think so. I think that especially because men don't care about it, when you go the extra mile to really be invested in something that you're going to give your partner, especially what is symbolic for it, you showing that like being invested in the process, the cut, the carrot count, all of that stuff shows like how embedded you are in the process or invested you are. Yeah, it's a form of consideration, honestly.
So that I'm gonna say that's my question. So are you saying what I like is what's need to be considered as if the cut, the size, and all that, or are you saying I don't care what it look like, it just need to cost this amount of money?
No, I care about what it's for me. It's consideration.
Okay,
but definitely I don't want like. You ain't finna go get me $1,000.
Okay,
$1,000. Yeah. My earrings, my little diamond earrings is more than that.
everything you want. It look beautiful to you, this and that, whatever. Then somehow you found that it costs $900.
It's from Pandora.
No, seriously, I'm gonna feel disrespected. No, honestly, because it's just so different. And speaking from personal experience, because like that cares to me, but also I have friends who seem to be really in love, who will be fine with that, and I love that so bad for them. But I can't bring myself.
That for you.
No, I just can't bring. I can't bring myself. I will feel so disrespected because it's like when you're courting someone, right? You see the type of lifestyle that they live, you see the way that they carry themselves, the type of things that they buy themselves. So it's like, if I got a bag and that costs more than
what I about my lifestyle.
But no, so that made me bring the question is like, how did the person that can't afford it even get access to you?
That's a good question because that would never happen to me. But also, I don't want this to sound like a slighted comment. Also, but I have friends who really don't care about money and they are genuinely happy.
They're
so the access is just like a little bit different.
No, so that's why we don't even got to speak to the friends.
Yeah.
Speak strictly
so for
to
me
you.
personally, I don't think that I would not find myself, and I don't even have to say think. I would not find myself in a situation like
something
that.
y'all said, right? And I feel like there's a commonality in a lot of the conversations that women say where they're like, if you already see I'm living like this, then why would you present me that? It's like, if you already living like this, then why would you accept that?
Absolutely.
Because like, can't nobody force nothing down your throat.
Absolutely.
You gonna eat this Applebee's and you go, it's like, you know, I took you here, you had the opportunity to leave to end it.
I leave.
And you decided to continue. You feel what I'm saying? So I do feel like there's a certain thing I talk about all the time where it's about dating within your means, right?
Absolutely.
And it's not like, I don't look at women who have worked their way to get to a certain point as shallow if they feel like, you know, because there's a difference between standards and expectations. I feel like a lot of women get it wrong, right? Women come into relationships with expectations when they should just set standards, right?
Absolutely.
It's a standard with how I carry myself. I naturally live a certain life. I naturally eat. So if I go to dinner, it's naturally going to be at a certain restaurant. Exactly. I'm not going below or above the standard that I live. The woman that I attract and that I take out got one or two options. It's either enough for you or it might be too much for you. I could either take you from something that you never had, introduce you to something new, or it could be something where you're like, yeah, I go everywhere and I eat this. This ain't my love. But the fact of the matter is, I'm setting the standard. So that standard is not just limited to the material sense. I set a standard of how I communicate, how I allow somebody to communicate with me in terms of like what words I'm accepting and what words I'm like, you're not going to talk to me like that.
Yeah.
How I decide to allocate my time. So when you operate off a standard, I don't have to expect anything out of somebody. I only attract people that's at that standard. Okay. And if they're not going to be able to sustain. And if they too much, they're going to instantly be able to assess it and be like, I'm already beyond that. So that's where I feel like when women come into a situation, they're looking at it like, all right, well, if you can't do this and if you can't do that, look at the standard in which somebody is living. That's an easy assessment.
You shouldn't even have to have that conversation.
No, but the conversation is only...
I think this conversation needs to be held, honestly, and amongst women particularly, because like there's so many women within our community like that we deal with, and it's like we have these similar conversations, and it's like, are you being logical? Are you being realistic? Right?
Wasn't we just talking about that?
Yeah, we really
like, how if your standard is like, that's what expectation. I expect you to take me here, but your standard is like.
But to speak to another point, the standards sometimes, in most cases, be built off of somebody else upholding.
That's not a standard then.
So what is
but it is a standard for that time being, like for a short period of time. So once you leave, you think that a woman would think that the expectation is supposed to remain the same.
Who you are, expectation of who you expect others to be.
Yeah, but you could be somebody different in that season with a different partner, because men have this wonderful superhero of upgrading women. They have the ability to.
Did you really
do that?
No, when I upgrade a woman, she can't go backwards. I've upgraded women that never went back. If I put you in it's times where I've took women out, they've been to a place they've never been to before, and the moment I stop taking them out, they never go back.
I think that's the point she was trying to say.
I agree with that, but that's not an upgrade though. I'm saying I agree with that being a thing that men do, because it'd be like, I just want to show her something she never had.
But that is an upgrade, a temporary one. You don't think so?
I like Airbnb versus a crib. If I upgrade you into a crib and I let you stay at Airbnb for a week, it was a short-term rental. This crib, you own this. This is who you are.
She can't lose her crib?
She can't. Can she lose the crib? Mm-hmm. It's possible, but when you build somebody up, it's backed by things that's like intangible. It's like they mindset, like they become a different person. So when I
they got the tools to keep maintaining.
You know what I'm saying? When I think upgrade, that's just like I'm exposing you to something. I exposed you to this lifestyle.
But you can't maintain it.
But you can't. It was never yours. It's like I never get caught up. Even as a man, if I gain access, like if I'm at a $10 million crib and it's like, this ain't my fucking house, or just because I'm around the money don't make it my money. I understand that I'm still a gap away from this. I don't never let people let the closeness to something make them think that it's theirs. I don't. I'm like, all right, I understand that this is what I have. Even if I get around people that's making $100 million a year, I have people that's doing that type of numbers within a company, right? And it's like, I don't make that type of money in my business, but I don't allow my proximity to make me think that I'm even close to that. I understand the huge gap in my company and the numbers that we do and the numbers but it gives me vision to see what it look like. So when somebody take a woman into that, it give her the opportunity to level herself. You know what? I want to continue to live like this. So who do I got to become as a person within self for this not to be temporary? I'm exposing you to it. But the moment that they get comfortable thinking that they on that shit, then that's when they get sent back to that shit.
No, I kind of have this like theory. I haven't really fully thought it out, but I feel like
right now though. Let's unpack it.
I feel like men are the ones who like establish the standard though when it comes to women dating.
Break it down.
Because like when I think about like my early dating experiences and like the woman that I am now and how I date, men are the ones who kind of put me on game. If I'm being honest, like
wait, just break that down. I get what you're going, but I want to hear it.
So for example, like the first time I really actually dated someone, like being a teenager or whatever, he was the one who was like, this, and third. You should never want for nothing. I'm gonna give you this, and like, and ever since then, it was like that exposure really set the standard for how I move living forward. And it wasn't just, was it expectation? No, I think it's the standard because it was maintained throughout that. And it's not just financially like being able to provide money or anything like that, but just like the level of wisdom that somebody is able to give you or the amount of like financial security someone is able to provide or the way that somebody communicates or talk to you. It's like my patience is short because that was introduced to me at a younger age. No, and it's like now it's the standard. It was it could have been an expectation.
No, that what you're describing is a standard.
But it wasn't an expectation in the beginning because I wasn't even hit to what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
You explained it. That was what you just explained is a standard. It's okay if you see the thing is if you like I'm not going to tolerate this. Mm-hmm. This is how I would like to be talked to. This is like this is what I'm doing. This is who I am. Like I don't eat hot dogs. I'm not about to start eating something I don't. That's a standard. You feel what I'm saying? But the expectation is for somebody to do something for you that you never even set the standard. You don't even know why you went. It's not backed by nothing. It's backed by air because only thing you had was exposure to it. But with that, it sounds like somebody gave you the wisdom and he upgraded your mindset to sustain knowing moving through life. This is how I should carry it.
Yeah.